what's up, man? It's your boy Maddox Sullivan in the building. Another episode of Control Shift C podcast. What's happening?
What's
Got my
really
guy
good? What's really
City.
good?
Yes, sir. Got my guy City right here, man. Ready to jump into it and dive, man. So I got a question to ask you though, really quick, right? Real quick. What is something that you gave a try to and instantly knew that it wasn't for you? Yeah, yeah.
Oh man, we gotta keep
Yeah.
this PG. Yo, well, I knew it instantly wasn't for me. You know
Mhm.
what? I'm a lobster.
Man, I knew you was gonna give me some BS answer.
I
Come
mean, you
on,
didn't.
man.
Oh man.
Come on,
Okay.
man. We adults in the room, bro. We adults in the
Man, man,
room.
man. Ooh, what did I try instantly? It wasn't for me.
Well, I'm gonna let you think about it.
No,
Oh,
no,
you
no,
got it?
no, no,
You
no,
got it? Okay.
look, guys. Oh my goodness.
He about to say
Actually,
it,
no,
y'all.
I can't even say
He,
it.
he about to
I
say it.
can't
Go
even
ahead.
say it.
Just
I
say it.
can't.
Say it. Eating ass, huh? I knew it. I knew it.
No, 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 no. Um, I love my black women,
Uh-oh.
white girls.
Oh, God.
I love y'all as well. Just
Really, man? You ain't like white girls?
I've had my fair share of dating white women, and
Yeah.
I definitely just love to stick with my black women. There's something about it that just
Yeah.
relates with me and really,
Mm,
rubs me really well. But
mm.
white women, I just
So
can't do it.
you ain't on your Coach True. If it ain't me, if it ain't pink, yeah, hear me?
No, I am not.
Oh
I
man, you
am not.
don't want Dr. Umar to come up in here and what you say, boy?
Man,
You
have
need
my
to
fair
be back with your sisters.
I have my fair share in college, and that's
Oh
where I left
man.
it.
Ah man, I mean, I used to be one of those one of those guys that discriminated heavy, but now in my olden age, I don't really care. I don't really care.
And
In the news right now, man, J. Cole, I don't know if you've been well, hopefully you've been paying attention. I think J.
yeah,
Cole had came out with a little interview. I forget who he was talking to, and he
Cameron.
mentioned something. He mentioned about, him having this persona of saying like he's the greatest, but he not really meaning he the greatest. And I'm like, I don't have an issue with it. A lot of people, kind of different on J. Cole, they feel like, for their own reasons, right? I'm a fan of J. Cole. I ain't got
Mhm.
no problem with him. Been rocking with him since what, '08? His days out there was St. John when he popped on the scene or whatever in school. So I've been a fan of J. Cole. But he comes out and says, I'm paraphrasing here. I have this persona, and if you ask him one on one who's the greatest, of course he's not gonna say himself. And I think he's just being, respectful, paying homage to those who came before him, right? Everybody does it. But some people made a little uproar like, well, this is why we don't like J. Cole. He bad for music culture and hip hop culture and all this and that. And I'm like, y'all stupid. If you think about, and I say it this way, and I'm like, take yourself at work, right? You all feel like, yeah, I'm the greatest at my job. I do, like for you, example, right? You'll
Yeah.
be like, I'm the best real estate agent out here in California and in Texas. But then, you'd be like, are you saying that to like kind of hype yourself up so you can believe that you are, or are you saying that because you really feel that way? And then if we sit back and take it a step further, you say, and we ask you, who do you feel like is the best realtor out here in the country? I'm pretty sure you have a few names, right?
Yeah, 100%. But I feel like it's a little bit of both, because if you're not saying you're the best, then you don't truly have confidence in yourself,
Thank you.
right? And confidence is a
Thank you.
big part of whatever you do to be successful.
In anything.
Anything.
Yeah. I can't sit here and say I'm the best actor in the world. I know I'm not.
Yeah.
But shit, every time I get on this stage or on that set or whatever, and I'm
You
like, or
gotta
in that
believe it.
class, I gotta believe that, right?
Mhm.
We everybody puts on this like persona. I want to be the best. If you want to be the best, it got to start up here, right? It has to, and right?
Yeah, it's like, look, and if you're not saying that to boost yourself up, then who's saying it? Because
Nobody.
they're not like, oh yeah, I mean, maybe your mama, but that's about it, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like
Yeah.
you gotta believe in yourself, and a big part of anything that you do is just confidence. If you don't have
Mhm.
that, and it's not that you're not gonna succeed, it's gonna take you a whole lot longer.
Whole lot longer, right? Because you're not instilling confidence in yourself. I think I heard from somebody, in order for everybody else to believe it, you gotta believe it, right?
100%.
Starts with self, right? I'm not about to get on this whole mindfulness talk thing, but it kind of it reflects into that. Like if you out here, your dream. My dream is to make this one of the biggest podcasts out there, right? I can't be
We're
like,
on our
yeah,
way.
my pod. Somebody checked me on this too. I was like, oh yeah, my little podcast. And she was like, hold up. What you mean little? Like you stepping out there, getting in front of people, saying, talking about different things with your people. That's not a little thing. Like that's something you want to nurture and grow. And I'm like, you know what? You're right. My bad. It ain't no little podcast. My podcast that I'm trying to grow and build and do all this and that with my team and make it one of the best and successful podcasts out there to people to tune and listen to. I gotta believe it in myself. Same thing with J. Cole. So for him to say, yeah, it's just a persona. It's just a persona I'm putting on. We all do it. We all got it. We
Yeah.
all have that. We all do. If you walk out there and say, I'm the greatest, period, that's totally fine. But if somebody sits you down and be like, who do you think is the best in XYZ? I'm pretty sure you got at least 3 names that you're gonna spit right out.
100%.
And those are your idols. Them are people you idolize, right?
But it's very tough though, because like I understand his position because being, one of the top greats,
Yeah,
or being the top in your league, it's like you don't be like, yeah, he's better than me. Whenever that is your direct competition, right?
right.
Whether it's acting, whether it was, back in track, it's like if
Mhm.
I'm seeing someone that I know that he's better than me or whatever, I'm trying to get there. But I feel
Hell
like,
yeah.
we're right neck and neck. I'm like, yo, I'm about to kick his ass. This
Thank
me, watch
you.
this, right?
Thank you.
So I do understand because in today's society of social media, anything that he said can be misconstrued, right? And then there's all this backlash. And J. Cole, he's not trying to have all that smoke. He want to protect his peace and just relax.
Thank you. Soft life, baby.
Exactly. Soft life. He just wants to chill back. Because, he's never been known to be one in the media doing interviews left and right, doing this, doing that. He just
Yeah.
want to chill and don't be bothered.
And don't be bothered. Wants to do his music, enjoy his life. I don't know if he has kids or not. Enjoy his family if that's what he has. That's why he make good music, travel the world, be helpful to the people around the world and in his community and so forth. Like, who cares? If look, you still gonna show up to buy his album.
Mhm.
Haters are still gonna hate. You're gonna show up to his shows. You're gonna throw your panties if that's what you do when you see him in person. You're gonna, yo, Jacob, come on, man. No matter what, bro. When you first saw that or heard that, what came through your mind, man?
Being as J. Cole, it's just I understood his position.
Yeah.
You don't want to ruffle any feathers, especially when you work so hard to protect your peace, right? And
Mhm.
I feel like that's also the reason why he backed out of that battle with
Oh yeah,
with
with
Kendrick and
Kendrick
Drake.
and mm-hmm.
He wants to protect his peace. He doesn't want to be out there like that, just in case. Also, if he loses, it kind of tarnishes his brand and his image as an elite MC.
But you get up and fight again. Like, okay, you're not gonna win every battle,
Right,
are you?
but if you're almost like an introvert, you don't necessarily want that conflict. You don't want to have to try to dig yourself out of that. It's better just avoid that.
What an introvert. I mean, can you be that bigger name and still be an
100%.
introvert?
100%. There's so many people who
Okay.
are big. Like I feel like an introvert, based off of what we see, is someone who's made it, who drops albums, this, that, and the other, but doesn't do interviews, is not out in the public eye constantly, is not doing this,
Yeah.
doing that. Because how often do we actually see J. Cole out?
I mean, I'm not really checking, but I'm pretty sure cats on the East Coast see him quite a bit. I think that's where he lives.
I'm talking about not like outside. I'm talking about like in the media.
I mean, not too much. He doing his thing. Not too much.
Compared to all the other artists, whether it's 50, whether it's Rick Ross, whether it's whoever else, K. Dot, Drake, it's like
He
compared
not.
to them, he's nowhere to be found.
Yeah, it's a possibility. He's not trying to make headlines.
Right.
I get that. I totally understand that.
So why put your stuff in front of that train of K. Dot and Drake?
That's fair. That's fair. I mean, as far as that particular beef go, and then we transition to, what his interview was the other day. I think he made a business decision for sure.
That too.
He made an appropriate decision. And then to step in with the interview with Cameron, it's like, yeah, I made that decision and now I'm saying this. And it's like, of course, you're going to take my words, twist it up, trying to say, I don't think I'm this or I don't think I'm great and so forth. I personally, when I heard it, I didn't bat an eye. I'm like, hell, we do that all the time. Like
Mhm.
you mentioned the thing about track. We've been running track. Well, I've been running track my whole life. You was a basketball player. I've been
Hey.
running track. I've been running track for forever. And every time I stepped on that line, I knew for a fact there was at least 2-3 people gonna dust me. But I didn't say nothing. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? I didn't say nothing, especially coming up. I didn't say nothing. I got my butt out there, got in them blocks and said two things. I'm gonna kick some butt and I'm the fastest dude on this track. Pow! Gun goes off. And hey, I may win, I may lose,
Last
but
out the
I'm
blocks.
maybe last out, sometimes it happens. But my point is like I'm instilling this confidence in myself. I'm not saying that to intentionally devalue anybody because if they come back and be like, oh, so you've been running track so long, you made it to this certain level. Who do you idolize in the sport? Who do you think are the greatest? Oh, Maurice Green, the god Donovan Bailey, and then the ultra god Usain Bolt. That's it, right? Those are my guys, right?
Yeah.
And so you don't think you're better than those guys? No, that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is I think I'm great, right? And then these 3 dudes also paved the way for me to get in this position to even say that I'm great.
Yeah.
That's where I came from. So I don't know.
I
People
look,
got
man.
issues.
Like I said, I just look at it as like he likes to protect his peace, and getting into that battle would put him in front lines of everything. And he's worked so hard to not be in the front lines of everything.
Yeah,
He
I
puts
mean,
he puts his album out, then he sits back and relax.
and relaxes, goes on tour, what he do? He got in his Honda. Was it a
Yeah,
Honda? Yeah, he
yeah,
got in
it's
a Honda,
Honda.
drove across country. He's stupid. Why are you doing it? He just does it for publicity. If this what the man want to do, let him do it. Your favorite rapper's favorite rapper ain't doing that. Probably not, right? He gonna get in his jet. He don't want to be that close. He or she don't want to be close to the people like that. They selling out shows. They selling out stadiums. Okay, cool. That's as close and connect to the people that they gonna be. My man drove from one side of the country to the next, came all the way out here to LA, went bust up at UCLA, signing
I,
autographs at the In-N-Out, I think, and chilling, right? Who cares,
I
bro?
heard his Honda broke down in like either Vegas or Arizona or
I
something.
think it was Arizona. Yeah, I
Arizona.
think it was Arizona. And I think he also had to take it to the shop here in LA too. I think. Don't quote me on that. I think I saw that too. So, but yeah, man, I don't know. That was just one of the things in pop culture today, man. So we gonna transition. What you know about soft life, Oscar? What you know about hustle culture, Oscar? What do you know about both of those, man?
Man, look, I've experienced it all too much, man.
Mm-hmm.
Living out in LA for over a decade plus, like LA
Mm-hmm.
is primo for the hustle life. I always
Yeah.
look at LA because everybody always asks me, what do you think about LA compared to Houston?
Mm-hmm.
LA is a good hustle bustle lifestyle slash a bachelor lifestyle, right?
Bachelor lifestyle.
Bachelor
Okay.
lifestyle because it's like the casino, it's open 24/7.
Oh,
I mean, look, you go to LA, you're not gonna want to come back.
it's open
It's
24/7.
open 24/7. I mean, LA is crazy. So you can kind of really get sunk into that hustle lifestyle, especially coming from a small town and trying
Yeah.
to make it big. Everybody always think about New York, LA.
Yeah.
What those two have in common, they have that hustle lifestyle, right? That's that
Yep.
hard lifestyle. You want to struggle till you get it. Like I feel like
Do we like struggling though?
to a certain extent, because I feel like sometimes people confuse it with like motivation, right? You struggle, and like, okay, I am motivating myself because while I'm struggling, like I'm still hustling and I'm actually moving the needle a little bit, or what you think you're doing.
Yeah.
So it's that struggle lifestyle. I just like as I get older, I just want to protect my peace now, right? So
So you're a soft lifer.
now I'm a soft lifer. When I lived in LA and doing the music thing, then the real
Yeah.
estate thing, and also it just depends on where you're starting at versus where you're
Okay.
at, right? Let's say, okay, as a realtor, when you first start, you're in that struggle bus. You are
Yeah.
struggling, hustling, hustling, hustling. But once you make it to a certain peak, now you tend to protect your peace, right? You go out and do your work. You have built up your book of business to where you don't have to necessarily struggle and hustle so much anymore. You're still
Mhm.
hustling, but you're doing it in a smart way now.
More strategic. Yeah, exactly.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So then you kind of switch over into the soft life versus the hard life. So I feel like you always kind of start off in the hard life, then graduate to a soft life.
Got you. Got you. So my question is now, is the hustle culture outdated or is it necessary? I say it's necessary. Hustling is never outdated unless you are still selling drugs as a 40-year-old person.
Whew.
That's outdated. You need to figure something out, right? If you for lack of better word, if you still out here pimping, pimping these girls, and it's still going on out here in LA. I'm sure y'all seen the news.
Hey,
That
24/7.
that that's outdated. And I'm not dissing nobody. I'm not shaming anybody. If that's what you got to do, that's what you got to do. But hustle culture as a whole is not outdated.
It's not.
If you wanna be a successful, for example, realtor, you wanna hit, I don't know, $10 million in sales. I'm just throwing a number out. Don't even get into it. I'm just throwing a number out. You gotta put one foot in front of the other and put in the work. If
100%.
I wanna be the freaking best, if I want to go out and get a job in this film business, I'm gonna get a crap ton of no's, right? And I got to get on the grind. It's a turn and burn game, dog. Okay, they say no, cool. Next. That's kind of how it is, bro. You want to be the best at anything, you got to put your head down and do it. Now, the hustler side, because I'm in the film industry. I gotta work a certain job, right? To be flexible. I got to live below my means to a degree to be flexible. I got to go here and do this and do that, audition, do these odd end jobs. Sometimes, I have a 9 to 5 right now, but you know what I'm saying? We gotta do these certain things.
Shout out to the 9 to 5s.
We gotta do these certain things though, and that part of it will never become outdated. And I don't get why people be like, I don't like hustling. I like hustling to a degree because sometimes when you put that hard work in, when you got to show that good work ethic, that kind of translates to other things in your life, right?
Yeah.
What you want to do, right?
Mhm.
And for folks to be like, I don't like hustling, it's like, well, you don't have a good work ethic.
Huh.
That's how I look at it. What's your take on that?
And I feel like it helps build character too. It helps mold you, helps build your foundation. Whenever I think about people who aren't hustlers, I think about trust fund kids. Hey, no shade, but the thing about it is that whenever everything is given to you, you don't have that work ethic anymore because
Thank
you
you.
never actually experienced that struggle for yourself.
Right.
So you want to get
bro.
up and push, like wake up every single morning at 6, 7 a.m. and get to it. You wake up like, Irma, can you bring my tea?
Not Irma, nigga.
I need my room
Not
clean.
Irma. Oh man.
Dad. Yeah, I need like $5,000 because I want to go to Neiman Marcus today. Me and my friends. Like, bro.
And you come home from Neiman Marcus, you gotta give you 5,000. You come from Neiman Marcus with how many items? One.
Okay, let me
crazy.
replay that. Dad, can I get your credit card? So
Man.
it's just like you're not built like that. And the thing about it is that it comes out and shows in society. You go out, you start talking to people like, oh, this person's stuck up. Like you have no grit, you got no backbone because everything's just been given
Right.
to you, see, we just can't vibe.
Yeah.
It's like I want to understand and see that you've been through the mud, so you understand what it means to get that success.
Yeah.
It tastes a lot better when you actually worked at it and like, okay, here is the goal. I'm working my way up from the mud all the way up. Once I get there, I'm gonna sit back and I'm gonna enjoy it. But if you wake up one
Right.
day and I'm a millionaire, I'm like, bro, like what did you really do?
Yeah. No. So do you, and I think you kind of kind of hinted at it earlier. Is there like a certain point in your age, in your life where you like, I'm gonna keep this hustler's mentality so I can always still be hungry, wanting more? Or once you hit a certain age, you'll be like, I didn't hustle enough. I'm chilling now. I'm venturing into a soft life mentality, protecting my peace, being maybe less resilient, being, more at ease with things, trying to work towards more productivity versus this hustlers where I'm just kind of all over the place,
Well, I think that the beauty of it is that in your younger age, you have all the energy in the world to get up and hustle, hustle, hustle. But while
Mhm.
doing that, as you age, you should be getting smarter and wiser. You should be educating yourself, reading books, listening to podcasts, all
Yeah.
these different things to where you start to plan. So when you're in your 40s and 50s, you've already got everything set up because you spent the first part of your life hustling, right?
Yeah.
Then that's when you switch from the hard life to the soft life because you've already set yourself up for success rather than keep
Okay.
hustling in your 40s and 50s. Now, I'm not saying you stop hustling, but I'm saying you start hustling in a smarter way.
Okay. Well, I'm about to say a name, and I'm not trying to compare income brackets. I'm just saying
Okay.
Warren Buffett. That motherfucker's over 90 years old, if I'm not mistaken. He won't quit.
Yeah.
I wouldn't necessarily say he's traditionally hustling, but he's waking up every day
Mhm.
doing his job at 90 years old, still trading, running a company. Is that a form of hustling too?
That that
Right? At 90?
that definitely is, bro. So that kind of like tags into a little bit into like mental health because I feel like if he stops, if he
He ain't gonna know what to
no
do.
no, if he stops, he'll probably die. Like
So hustling, working for him is keeping him alive.
100%. Because
I don't believe
I'm
that.
telling you, look it up, research it, right? It keeps your brain stimulated. Once your brain goes
Okay.
dormant in your older age, it deteriorates.
Yeah. Right. That's true.
So he needs to keep
That's true.
active, keep on doing things that keeps him sharp and ends up keeping him alive longer. Because have you noticed the people who they retire, right? And then within the next
hmm
5 years, like they're gone.
5, 10 years, they whittle
Right.
away,
Because they don't do
gone,
nothing.
less of a shell. Yeah, I know some folks like that.
Yeah.
I know some folks like that. My grandfather is not like that. He passed away not about a decade ago now, but he retired at 50.
Yeah.
And he didn't whittle away. He just found himself more available around the house.
Hmm.
My grandfather was retired for 25 years, and he eventually passed
Yeah.
away, health reasons. But he didn't, he just became more present around the house. Was his mind as sharp? Probably not.
Yeah.
Certain health factors factor in, but I still think he knew, like, I know how much change I'm supposed to get back. Make sure you give me
Give me back my
hey,
money.
hey, remember a couple weeks ago you asked to borrow
Right.
some money, boy? I need that back. You
I need my
understand?
Skrilla.
So, but I get that, man. Do you think, right? Do you think the soft life mindset is kind of maybe like soft? Yeah, the soft mindset is kind of like making people a little bit weaker. Because you mentioned like building character, right? This
Yeah.
hustle cultures, hustle mentality is building a character. But do you think now, as you get older, since you say you kind of participate in this soft
Yeah.
life, is it making you softer? Is it making you
No,
weaker? Generally speaking.
I feel like the complete opposite. It makes you stronger, smarter, wiser. It allows you to tap into your philanthropical mindset to want to help the younger generation that kind of
hmm
feel like, oh, I'm just going to hustle, 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 and don't know any better. Because all the stuff that we're talking about, they don't teach us in school, right? So
Fair,
it's like
fair.
we go through the hard life and the hustle, 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 but we're not smart enough to, okay, let's read some books. Let's try to educate ourselves and make ourselves smarter and set ourselves up. That way we can tell the younger generations what we learned, teach them at a younger age than what we learned. And that way everybody
Yeah,
gets smarter quicker.
right.
Right.
I feel okay. I feel that. I feel that. I I don't know for me if I would necessarily participate in, this soft life culture, if you will, like wholeheartedly or fully, even as I age, because I kind of like you when you kind of mentioned how when we talked about Warren Buffett, if we not moving, if we not, working or doing XYZ, and if I stop, I'm gonna just deteriorate.
But
I've always been a guy on the go. That's probably why I don't have the family that some people have. I'm not married, that type of deal. Because, like, you got to kind of fit into this. Like, this is all I know. My dad raised me,
Right.
right? And all I ever knew him doing, not necessarily, well, I guess you could say hustling. He worked 2 and 3 jobs. My mom did too,
Yeah.
you know, at a point in time, right? My father worked a bunch of jobs just to keep, you know, lights on, keep the roof on. I truly think he liked money, and I truly think maybe he was just in a bunch of fucking debt. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I was young, but he was always, yo, you gotta work. You gotta work. And where did he get that from? His dad,
Yeah.
right? And probably where he got that from, his father. So it's just working. And that's kind of that tree that I fall
But
from.
my thing
you know?
is, I think that you also don't realize that you also participate in a soft life as well, because you take a lot of trips, right?
Hell yeah, you ain't know I'm going out of town next month.
Say that is a form of protecting your peace, because you go off, you unwind, you don't think about all the other BS that is going on, and you go in there and relax for 3 to 5 days. People who are constantly hustling, how many vacations are they taking a year?
End of the year, Christmas,
If that.
when the company makes you take off.
Right. So it's like you do participate in that, you know, because you travel quite often, right? So
Yeah, I do. I'm out of town somewhere. Yeah.
whether
this is
it's
true. This is
it's
true.
Brazil, Cancun, Cabo,
Florida,
Yeah.
Vegas, short trips, long trips, you know, yeah. Yeah, I got you. Okay, sorry folks. I am a participant in soft life. And you know, if once a month vacations or once a month trip. But
That's
you know
a lot.
what? You might be right. You might be, I don't go that much, but you might be right, because there are some times where this thing right here, I be wanting to chuck this sucker so far.
Yeah.
I want to break this thing. I mute a lot of my group chats. All my emails, they always muted. I got to check, you know, every
You're
day,
protecting
see
your
what the hell I
peace.
missed. Okay, my bad. I guess I was faux stepping. I was pseudo stepping, false footing it. You know, I think we all should practice a hustle culture if you haven't already, and a soft life culture. I think we should blend the two. I don't think it should be a difference between, because if you're gonna work or whatever your passion, whatever your career is, if you're gonna just keep constantly moving, beating your head against the wall like woodpeckers do, just to find a dollar, or in this case, some food, right? At some point, you're gonna want to, okay, man, I'm tired, bro. I need a break, right?
But you know, that's some of the hardest things to do, you know, is find that balance of working hard and relaxing. Like, especially as an agent, I know so many agents that like they take work home all the time. Like you go home and the client section, you calling you, oh, this dealing and escrow is about to fall out. Oh, this client is doing this. It's like, yo, it just never stops. So it's like they teach us to like time block.
Yeah.
Right. And I mean, I've never actually participated in that, even though I should have. But, you know, they teach us to do that and try not to take work home, because because we're on 7 days a week, you know, and especially if you have like a client in another time zone and in a different country, you know, you're sleeping at 6 a.m. or 4 a.m. and over there it's noon. So they calling you up.
You up? Hey man, hey, what's up with my house? It's still in escrow. What's up? Hey, where's the showing? Where's the buyers? Where's the sell? You know, I feel you, man.
Bro, I'm asleep.
I feel you.
I'm asleep.
Man, it is 3 a.m. and I'm next to a beautiful woman. What do you want?
I don't give a damn if it's, you know, half past my, like, I don't care. I'm paying you.
Yeah.
You about to make $500,000 off this house.
Yeah, and
Get up.
I need this thing sold, because it's the longer I keep it there, it's costing me money. I get it. I think, you know what I think kind of not necessarily killed the hustle culture, but kind of slowed it down to a degree, and where to allow people to start to develop a soft life mentality. And I have no idea when this stuff came up, right? Hard hustle culture and soft life. But when COVID happened, right? When COVID happened, God rest the dead, right? But when COVID happened, it forced everybody, except for nurses, doctors, firefighters, essential people, right? It forced every other living person to slow the fuck down, bro. Even me, like, that was what, six years ago, but still,
That's crazy.
it still lives rent free, right? Like, yo, The world completely stopped. No film, no work, no nothing. You're trapped in your house, and now you got to look. Now you finally get a chance to look at the person you're living with,
Right.
or you finally get a chance to clean up that house. You finally get a chance to be like, I'm an ain't shit person. How do I fix this? Right? You dig what I'm saying? You get to self-reflect. And I think with this soft life approach, we should always dabble into that. Keep hustling because you don't want to stay stagnant, but do the soft life as well because you need to take that nurturing moment. You need to care for yourself and sometimes others, right?
Like in that sense, I get what you're saying, but I guess in my head, I was thinking about, okay, I equate it to age, right? Whenever you're young, you haven't experienced enough to want to have that
Fair.
peace, right? It's like, because
Fair.
you're still just pushing. But once you've experienced enough and you're in your mid 30s, late 30s, then you're just like, okay, I've done so
Yeah.
much. It's like, now I just want to kind of chill. But I feel like nowadays, people are growing up so fast. You know,
Yeah.
billionaires are 15, 16, 17, right? From that YouTube, TikTok money. You know, I'm just like,
Motherfuckers is rich.
yeah. I'm just like, I'm scratching my head like, like what is going on? So, but
Yeah.
the downside of that is that they're experiencing so much success so young. If they don't have the right people in the corner to direct them on how to facilitate all those earnings, by the time they're in the mid 30s, they're gonna be working at freaking Chick-fil-A.
You know, quick little seg. You brought up the earnings part. I saw that there's some guys in is it the NBA? I think it's the NBA. I think Dwayne Wade is a part of this, and they're creating a group to help folks become more financial literate. Is it Dwayne? Who is it? I think it's the NBA.
Yeah, I think I know what you're talking about. I think I heard about it.
To become, to take courses or to develop a group in their league to become more financial literate, right? And I'm like, bro, you remember a time where we sat back and we thought we were like, I can't wait to get all this money. What the hell we say we was gonna do? We gonna buy everything under the sun,
Everything.
but nobody said anything about I'm gonna save, I'm gonna invest, none of that. So when you got these cats, these 18, 19, 20, 21-year-old boys with these checks, I'm talking base quake money, dog.
Man.
What the hell you think they gonna do? So I'm just like, I wish I ran into some money at one point in my life. I wish somebody taught me, hey man, you need to put something away. I blame you for that. Cause
Blame me for that.
you should have told me, hey boy, you need to put some of that money
You was a
away,
grown-ass
man.
man,
You
my
need to
brother.
save that. I forgot. I don't remember why we got to that, but you mentioned something about earnings and things, and it just made me think about, segue into
Yeah,
that. Really
I remember when I lived
so.
in LA, my neighbors, when I first met them, I was like, hey, what you do? Oh, I do TikTok. I said, well, what you mean you do TikTok? Yeah,
Yeah.
so like I'm sponsored and these dudes are like 23, 24, 25 on PJs. They're doing this, doing that. One of them has like 3 million followers on YouTube.
Oh,
But I'm like,
wow.
he was one of the most frugal person I've ever met though, because he drove a Mini Cooper, but
Yeah.
I never saw him. He was always gone.
Yeah.
He was always gone.
Hey, saving that gas money, saving that gas money. That car gets some good mileage too.
Yeah, but I'm saying that like the car was, I think at one point in time, it was parked in the garage for like a month, and I just never saw him. He was traveling, doing this, doing that. I'm just like, yo,
That's a good
the
life.
YouTube must really be paying y'all good.
Make that money. Why you think we on YouTube?
Hey, check us out, check us out.
Good pun. Good pun with that. So now I want to ask you, with still staying in that realm of soft life versus hustle culture, do you think people are, I guess, becoming less resilient? Meaning, are we losing that ability to quickly kind of overcome certain difficulties, stress, or trauma, if you will, right? Because of this soft life culture.
Are we losing our resiliency?
Or do we have less resilience as people while navigating the soft life culture?
I mean, I don't necessarily see it as a culture per se. That's a tough one because I feel like it's subjective to the person, right? And
Fair.
how you are and how you perceive your resiliency, or how you perceive the feedback you get from people, right?
Mhm.
Because like for me, I'm nonchalant. I don't care what anybody says. It's like I don't feel like I am losing my resiliency with anything. I feel like
Yeah.
those two don't even really correlate for me. It's just more so
Right.
I'm gonna sit back and I'm gonna protect my peace. And whenever I feel like it's time for me to go and get it, then I'm gonna go and get it. Just don't correlate for me, you know? It's like resilience and me protecting my peace don't really have anything to do with each other.
Got you. I kind of think we kind of I kind of think a little bit of both. I align with you, and then I also align on this other end. I think like if I'm just speaking candidly, which kind of a bunch of people watching maybe, um, I think we are getting weaker because it's taking us away from kind of handling what needs to be handled, right? Things getting tough. Well, some people just give up. I don't want to think about it. I don't want to deal with it. Is it if it's, at work, maybe personal life, relationships. I don't feel like doing the podcast, stuff like that, right? I feel like, and then on the other end, I kind of do see like it just depends on the person. Some people are strong, some people are weak. Soft life, it doesn't necessarily make you strong or weak. I just think it just depends on who you are and what you can kind of handle, right? I can't be like, if you are a person who gets overly stressed, I can't be like, yo, if you want to make it in this business, you got to hustle. You got to go. You got to go, go, go. You got to be on to the next. You got to keep moving. A person that's like brain overload for them. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying?
And like I said, it depends on who you are, because like by definition, a soft life is about ease, peace, and intentional living. Keyword is intentional living, right?
Now, what is resilience? People, what is resilience? Go ahead. We got time. Look that up. What is resilience in people right now?
What do you
You
mean
know what? I
and
got it for
people?
you right. I I got it for you right now. A resilient person is someone with the psychological capacity to recover quickly from difficulty, stress, or trauma, or often emerging stronger, more capable, or more compassionate. So I ask, are we straying away from that with this soft life culture? By participating in the soft life culture, do we see more people like this definition, or are we seeing them on the weaker side? And I say both.
So I've got resilience, the ability to adapt, recover, and keep going when you face challenges, stress, or setbacks.
Okay. But again, are we seeing a lesser version of that as
I
it relates to
I
soft
feel
life?
like in general, the society, we are seeing less of that because the society and social media has made us soft.
No, not softer, weaker.
Same difference.
Weaker. Weak. Oh, never
Same
mind.
difference.
Weaker.
Softer, weaker.
Weaker.
Same difference.
No, soft. No, soft is not necessary. Okay, I'm not even going to argue. I think there are two different definitions. I think being soft is a little bit it's just kind of sugarcoating it to being like, no, you just fucking weak, bro. Like, period. It's okay. Don't worry about it. Nigga, you weak. Motherfucker, you weak. Get over it. Like, pick yourself up out of bootstrap. And I say it like that because I was raised by a man. If I was raised by my mom, or there was a good balance, maybe I'll have a good balance in
See,
me.
I don't agree with that either. And I bet you a lot of people will not agree, because there are a lot of strong women out here. There are a lot of strong women who raise sons, and they're just as tough as dynamite, right?
Tough as
Right.
nails.
Tough as nails.
Tough as
So
nails.
I wouldn't necessarily put that out there, because they're gonna come at your ass tough. Like, hold on, you said women ain't strong?
Because you are right. And you are right. My mom has other kids too, other children. And, specifically, I have a few brothers.
Because I will not be.
She's raised them. And them boys is tough as nails. Well, one of them is.
I
for
will
sure.
not be touching that subject when it comes to me being
One of
raised
them
by a
tough as
man or
nails.
raised by a woman.
I say it like this. Well, remember you said we need a shock value, and I think we just kind of got a shock value right now.
Look.
What I will say is, I think, but this is just me talking. Right? Me being raised by my father instilled a hard shell in me to a degree. I have my mom, my aunts, and my grandma around me to still keep me soft in some
Yeah.
areas, right? But it doesn't necessarily take over me, which in some cases it probably should. I should be a little bit more soft. That's probably why I don't have kids. They always say, well, when you get you a girl, oh, she gonna make you so
Yeah.
soft, blah blah. I'm like, maybe, right? I mean, you have a child. Did Ezra make you
And
softer?
he
Probably
actually
not.
did.
Oh, well, there you go, man. Well,
He
there you
actually
go,
did because
right?
I catch myself like anything that has to do with kids that is sad, like I'd start like tearing up.
All right, yeah, you weak, man. That's what that is.
So
You
my week
weak,
of myself.
brother. That's weak. Nah, I'm
No,
just like I'm
it's
just like
it's crazy. Dang, I lost my train of thought. I was gonna rebuttal what you just said.
ain't there's nothing to rebuttal other than okay, maybe I did overstep a line by saying I'm this way because I was raised by a man. I know women that was raised by their
Oh,
father, and go
I got
ahead.
what. Okay, so it is multifaceted what you were talking about, in terms of being soft, being hard, this, that, and the other, because you're just speaking of just in general being raised by either a man or a woman. What about the culture? Like, for example, me being born in Nigeria, right? Like, you go there, you live there for 1 year, and you're going to see hard life, and that kind of helps mold you as well, right? So you come here, and your mentality and everything is completely different, completely different.
Right,
So for
right.
me, it's super multifaceted in terms of I was raised by both parents, but also was
Mhm.
raised in a very difficult country, right? Versus someone who was raised
Right.
here and raised by a
Yeah.
mom or dad or both. I feel
Yeah.
like if it was compared of someone that was raised by both parents or just a father versus me over here raised by both parents in a different country, my approach for everything will be so much tougher, harder, grimier, because it took me X amount of years to really switch over to this soft side that you see now. Like I came here in '96, right? It literally took me till probably high school, and I came here when I was 8
Mm.
to
Yeah.
really kind of mellow out.
Yeah.
So it just really depends, man. It's like super multifaceted, and it's not just one dimensional type thing.
I mean, I get what you're saying. I don't know if I necessarily agree with that, but I get what you're saying, right? For me, I just feel like if you ain't, I take that back. I'm not even about to say that because that's not even gonna make sense. We have to have we as people, young, old, whoever, have a line, right? Or have a balance. Dabble to the soft life, dabble in the
Yeah,
hustle
that's the goal.
culture. You don't necessarily have to be far to the right. You don't necessarily have to be far to the left. I think in order to, when we talk about certain things, combining and compounding certain things, you have to have a mix of both to be multifaceted,
Hmm.
right? To have an understanding of how things work, how people are, why people are the way they are, resilience, the psychology of what the definition we mentioned, right? But you touched on social media a little bit and you said social media has made us softer, I say weaker. But nonetheless, it has made us a lesser version of
Yeah,
ourselves because I feel we're living in this world of false, some kind of falsehood, if you will. Oh, this glitz
like
and
false
glamour,
narrative.
this
Yeah.
is cool. Exactly. And you see a problem, you kind of feed into it. You talk a lot with your thumbs on the phone, but when you confront it with it in your
Man, look.
face, are you handling that? And that's why I feel where the soft life culture is kind of taking over and not allowing you to handle what those issues
But that's
are.
assuming that like you aren't intentionally living a soft life. Because if you're intentional protecting your peace, that's different than you just having a soft life just because.
Hmm.
Because to me,
Maybe.
I look at soft life as something positive in terms of you are actively trying and protecting your peace and not just you just generally soft and it's just a soft life, right?
Okay.
Because that
Okay.
is the definition
So
that I read to you earlier is ease, peace, and
right.
intentional living. So
You
so
got me
you're
there.
actively trying to protect your peace. Like J. Cole.
Right. Goes back to
Yeah.
see how these things connect. See how they connect.
Yeah.
Yes, like J. Cole. So for you, for how I'm understanding it, and obviously based on the definition, it's if you are an active participant of this form of
Right.
lifestyle, then sure, you are one to kind of not necessarily handle
Yeah,
certain
because you don't want to,
issues,
because you choose
don't
not
want
to.
to, you choosing not to. But for the folks who are not necessarily in there, they're loosely touching on soft life
Yeah,
culture, or
they're just
loosely
weak, like you
touching on
said.
hustle culture. They're weak. My man, I knew we was gonna agree on something. My man, see how I did that, y'all? See how I did that? See how I did
So,
that?
and that's why it was very hard for me to kind of agree with what you're saying, because I'm like, soft life to me is a positive thing, because you're actively trying to just protect your people. Just chill out, have a vacation. Don't,
Yeah.
don't take the clickbait or whatever it may be.
Right. Don't take the clickbait. Don't fall into these falsehoods, false
Yeah.
narratives. Don't let anybody come into your circle, your
Mm.
bubble. I got my wingspan is 6 feet long. Don't come into this 6 foot space. Like with all that drama, all that issue, because I don't know if I want to
Yeah.
deal with that. But I'm not. But at the same time, I don't feel like I'm still actively participating in the soft life culture. I don't even know if I'm actively participating in this hustle culture either, but I do lean more towards hustle and bustling because of the industries
Yeah.
that I'm in, the type of work that I do. But I think if I'm just calling it straight here, I think it's okay to be a part of that soft life, to have,
100%.
whether you're an active participant or not. Like, we all need a space where we can
Mental break.
decompress and not have thank you and not have to deal with other people's crap. Like, some people cut their family off to be okay. Some people stop talking to their spouse. They sleep in another room to be okay. Some people be like, I'm taking the kid to the babysitter for the next week and shelling out a couple extra
Yeah.
$100 or so, because childcare is expensive, just to get a break. You dig what I'm
Right.
saying? I'm taking vacation. I'm taking a sabbatical. I'm taking leave from work. I understand that, So yeah, man. I guess I'm a soft lifer too.
Look, man, as you get older, you dealt with so much that you just can't anymore, because you start seeing yourself dwindle down, start getting a bunch of gray hairs. It's like, yo,
I ain't got none.
because you told me you plucked them.
What, boy? I get like a few that grow right up in
Oh
here. I
man,
just,
I got too many now.
yeah, I can't, man. I got this fear of getting old.
Really?
Like I got this fear. And some people be like, man, getting old is a blessing. You want to live this long? Hell yeah, I do. But it's just something about, like, certain things it's my stupor. Certain things you want to accomplish before a certain age, but you got a life to accomplish these things,
It,
right?
it's crazy for me. I'm not really scared of getting older, just because my grandpa lived till he was 110. Yes, you guys heard it.
Yeah.
Rest in peace,
Yeah,
pops.
he's passed away, what, last year, the
No,
year
he passed
before?
away. No, it's been like 2019. Yeah,
Really?
2019, yeah, he passed away quite a bit a while ago.
Definitely thought he just recently passed.
Because I know I was gonna
Gotcha,
go back
man.
home in 2018 or 2019, and COVID happened, and then I think he passed away probably 2021. But it was a few years ago,
Mhm.
So,
Yeah.
but yeah, it's
Time
like,
flies.
and that's why I constantly educate myself, because I want to keep getting smarter and smarter, and that way I can set myself up and my family up for success down the line. Because who knows what's going to happen in the next 5, 10, 15, 20 years. Maybe my brain, something happens and I can't use it anymore like I want to. So it's like, let me try to do everything
Yeah.
I can and just hustle. And also, man, we make the bulk of our money in our mid 40s. So
Yeah.
you want to keep on
Yeah.
working and set yourself up. So in your 50s, 60s, you can start to enjoy it and just kind of relax.
Right. You want to keep moving and, keep living. Being in the acting world, that's, your best ability is when you're out there living life.
Mhm.
You gaining experiences. That's why I travel so much. And I feel like I still ain't gained nothing but how to drink faster.
Jesus Christ.
what I'm saying?
But you know where
But
all the
no,
beautiful women are in the world. So it's like, whenever you want to take a sabbatical, you say, "Let me just hop on this flight and go to Brazil real quick,
if I ever get the opportunity to,
or
I would
Colombia."
love to move. I want to go a little bit peaceful place, I really want to go to the Maldives.
Mm.
So if anybody's listening and want me to be a content creator for travel, please let me know. I will go to Maldives and show it up. I'll bring me a team with me. It's nothing to pay a few $100s to get somebody over there to work a camera for you. But yeah, man, this is a really good conversation, man. I really do. So for the people out there, man, I want y'all to kind of think about, some of these things like, soft life versus hustle culture. Is it still needed? Is hustle culture outdated? Is soft life making people less resilient? Ask yourself these questions, have these conversations, with some of your friends, with some of your people. Is the soft life mindset making people weaker? Let's have that conversation. Talk about it, man. Let's see what you guys come up
Yes,
with.
sir.
Anything you want to add, bro?
No, man, I just got a bunch of ratchet shit on my docket that we ain't gonna talk about today. But
Bunch of you are a married man, I thought, right? You are
yeah,
still
but
married, right? Bunch
yeah,
of
but
ratchet
just because
shit.
you're married does not mean that you can't indulge in a bunch of ratchet shit just to have a good laugh.
On that note, ladies and gentlemen, thank you all for tuning in to another episode of Control Shift C
Aye.
podcast. I'm your host, Maddox Sullivan. That is
It's
City,
your boy
all the way
City.
from
Yes,
Houston,
sir.
Texas. Y'all be good, be blessed, peace.